Hello and welcome to Empowered Learning. This video is to give you an example of how to take a standardized z-test statistic and calculate it using a calculator. The reason I'm doing this video is because I know that some people have a hard time typing in this information into your calculator, so I just want to be sure that you know how to do it. So to get started, this problem basically comes from an example like, let's say 23% of, well, let's say we had a study and let's say less than 23% of the people say that they're smokers. Okay, so that means that we're assuming for this population that the other 77% are not smokers. And if we randomly take a sample size of 250 people and ask them this, then we see that from that sample, about 16.8% of the people said that they're smokers. So that is what this p hat means here. So if we take all that and we calculate what's called our z-test statistic, then what we're trying to see is based upon the sample where that particular sample would lie as far as will it be in a rejection region or outside a rejection region. And so that'll be based upon what the critical value is for the z-test statistic. So since we don't know what that is here, we're just trying to calculate what the z-test statistic is, we'll just concentrate on that. So once we're at this point, we just need to plug in all these values. And you see that I've done this by hand. So you see how this is done by hand, but what I want to do is make sure that you know how to type this in correctly into your calculator without having to do like 5 and 6 steps to do it. So the first thing that we see is we have the 0.168 minus 0.230 in the numerator. So we want to do some open parentheses there. Let's try that again. So open parentheses and 0.168 minus 0.23, and then we close parentheses. After that, we divide, and then you notice here we have to take square root of all this stuff here. So what we can do is just say second and then square root, and now we're going to handle everything that's in the numerator and then divide by everything that's in the denominator. So to get this looking correctly, we're going to do another open parenthesis so that we can include everything that's in the numerator there. And so we'll just say 0.23 times 0.77 and then close that. And of course, I know I have other more parentheses here, but since I'm just multiplying these, I can put this all together and order of operation won't be violated. All right, so now that that's done, then I need to do divide and then divide by 250, okay? And so if you notice here, there is my innermost parenthesis open, and there's my innermost parenthesis close. So what I need here is a innermost parenthesis to close that matches this innermost parenthesis open here. So I will put a close parenthesis there, and you'll see that inner open, inner close, and then inner open here, inner close there. So we should have everything typed in the way that it should be. And so when we do this, we see that we get a negative 2.32, blah, 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 and we can round that to a negative 2.33. And so that would be our test statistic. And of course, depending upon what our critical value would be, if the critical value was like, let's say 1.65, then of course, well, negative 1.65, I should say, then of course, this would lie within our rejection region. And let's say if it was, for some reason, negative 2.75, then of course, this z-test statistic would not fall within our rejection region. And so that's how we would interpret that. So anyway, I hope that you find this video helpful, and hopefully you'll use this technique here to enter this stuff into your calculator so that it won't be so tough for you in the future.